there, fans. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another tech spec, and we've got none other than the big guy, Optimus Prime, aka Big Bot, right? Taking a little liner out of Beast Wars Cheetor, right? He used to call Optimus Primal Big Bot, so I think it's appropriate. So as you guys know, or by now you should know, that Optimus Prime is back. We brought him back. I kept him, I played that card close to the chest, right? I didn't want to give that information out ahead of time. I wanted to surprise you guys. And as you guys saw by scene 17, he came back. And what we did with Optimus Prime, I didn't want to do something, I wanted to do something very familiar, right? A lot of the things that we're doing is not only new, but it's also familiar. Obviously, for example, triple changers, right? Triple changers is nothing new, but they didn't do it in the Prime show, so it's a bit of new and old, right? In this particular case, right, what we wanted to do is we wanted to pay homage to, for instance, Beast Wars. After Optimus Primal sacrifices himself, or actually it's not even a sacrifice, he was double-crossed by Megatron. And at the last moment, he was supposed to eject out of a stasis pod, but somehow Megatron managed to cause it to malfunction, and he goes into the moon, or this artificial moon, and he ends up exploding, which brings down Trans-Tech technology, and so everybody thinks that Optimus Primal is gone. And so Rhinox, unable to cope with that reality, he goes on this search into the Matrix somehow, some type of a connection or something like that, and he manages to find the spark of Optimus Primal and bring him back, and that's how we get Transmetal Optimus Primal. So in a very similar fashion, we see that Ratchet cannot cope with the fact that Optimus Prime sacrificed himself to start up the Well of Allsparks again, and at the end of Predacons Risings, we see all of these sparks coming out of the Well of Allspark, right? And so it indicates that life is going to start all over again, and obviously thanks to Optimus Prime. And so, but Ratchet cannot deal with that. He can't handle that. He's been friends with Optimus Prime for a very long time, so he can't fathom the fact that Optimus Prime, they've been through so much, and now finally Cybertron is restored, and we lose Optimus Prime. He feels a great hurt and a great emptiness inside. So he goes on a quest. Our entire project is, as far as Ratchet goes, is him going on a quest to try and see what he can do, scientifically speaking, in order to help bring back Optimus Prime. Now, we know that in Optimus, or in Transformers lore, there's a lot of science, right? But there's also a level of mysticism in it, right? There's these certain elements that don't really fit within the scientific realm, and so we see a level of that, right? I mean, if you think about it, Primus is supposed to be the creator of the Transformers, right? Starts off by creating the 13 Primes, so he's their god, if you will, right? And if you think about it, Unicron is the equivalent of, let's say, Satan, right? And so we have this battle of good versus evil, right? And so how Primus creates them and so on and so forth, we don't really know. Is it scientific and mechanical, or is it spiritual and mystical in nature, right? We see certain elements of that magical touch, if you will, right? We see, for instance, Solus Prime's hammer. It has some type of magic ability where it can go ahead and just create things by the wielder of it, right? I can't tell you how that armor that they found, I forgot what it's called, the armor where they all stood up. Starscream wore it for a while, and Miko got a chance to wear it, right? And RC got a chance to wear it. How does that really work if there were some type of magical element to it, right? And so we see these things here and there that really science can't explain, and that's kind of where we're taking it, right? There's no scientific way that Ratchet can bring back Optimus Prime, right? I mean, that whole Allspark scenario, that's outside of the realm of science. It kind of deals with an element that's unknown, supernatural element, right? And so that's exactly what we do. We come to that reality that, hey, scientifically, there's nothing we could do with Optimus Prime. So guess what? I think I'm going to have to take it this other route that I'm not really familiar with. So what happens is Ratchet begins his quest into It's not mysticism. it's a realm of, it's an aspect of Primus that he really can't understand. Some other type of energy, right? It's an energy from a higher level. So he goes in and he starts doing these searches. He's looking through the old data banks. He's looking for a way to make that connection. And you know, the details that he's finding seem to point to the Covenant of Primus, but he can't seem to find where it's at. And Smokescreen, what he says is that Alpha Trion hit it right before the Decepticons attacked Iacon City, and so if it wasn't taken, then it should be exactly where Alpha Trion hit it. And so they head on over to the Hall of Wisdom, and sure enough, that's where he finds it. Ratchet is able to decipher some coding, if you will, or is able to maneuver, since it's all, you know, Autobot language, right? And he's able to find a way down to the center of Primus, where he pleads with Primus. He's like, listen, man, I need your help. We've got a big issue. Unicron's anti-primes are like running amok. Evil is on the rise. We need Optimus Prime to bring back balance, because if not, evil is just going to continue to spread, and it's going to spread throughout the entire universe. So Primus can sense that, right? He's got this innate ability to sense, just the way that Unicron was able to sense Primus, and he was able to sense the Allspark. Again, it's something that's not really explained scientifically, right? There's this connection, an energy type connection, right? So likewise, Primus is able to feel that. He feels evil growing, and he says, listen, I understand. And in order for us to bring balance back into the world and get it going, we need Optimus Prime. So we need the last Prime, we need him back. So sure enough, he restores Optimus Prime in a really good, in a really heroic way. One of you guys actually made a comment as far as when he actually steps back into the scene, how it's lackluster, and I have to agree with it once that comment was made. So I am going to work on changing that that intro. I'm going to make it a little bit more epic, and you will see that, you know, to whoever actually helps us contribute with our GoFundMe and manages to get a DVD or a Blu-ray, right? So that intro of Optimus Prime will be, I wouldn't say corrected, but it will be upgraded, if you will, in the DVD version. So yeah. So what do we have in store for Optimus Prime? It's pretty much the same thing that's been in store, or that we've known this great character to be. He's going to be bold. He's going to be heroic. He's going to come back in an impactful way. Now, the events that transpire, man, we've got some really good stuff coming down the pipeline. Right now, we're still working on scene 18.3. We've got from 18.3 to 18.12, so there's a lot that's going to happen between these next couple of sub scenes. But it's going to be really, really exciting to see Optimus back on the battlefield along with his fellow Autobots. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store. I don't want to give out too much, but it is going to be something that will it will blow you away. We're going to see some interactions. We're going to see some epic moves. We're going to see things that, again, give homage, right, to things that have happened in Transformers history, right? We're going to see some things that are very reminiscent to the 1986 movie. We're going to see things that are reminiscent in other areas of Transformer lore. So I hope and pray that you guys enjoy what we're doing and what we're bringing to the table. So let's go ahead and get into his bio real quick. It says here, after sacrificing himself to allow Cybertron to live on, Optimus has been at peace with his decision, knowing the Autobots could thrive without his guidance. But with the coming of the Heralds of Unicron, it is time for him to return and keep the Chaos Bringer from being awakened once more. There you have it. There's a reason why Optimus is coming back. Keep in mind that the interaction Optimus Prime had with Alpha Trion in that spiritual connection, if you will, when he touches the Star Saber, and there was a message embedded, and there was this interaction, and I think Alpha Trion is like, why are you hesitating, you know, and so Optimus, you know, he's like, I don't really fear joining the Allspark. However, I have these concerns, right? And so along that same line is where we're taking it, right? He's okay with being one with the Allspark. Obviously, if he wasn't, he wouldn't have made the choice that he did to save Cybertron. But we're at a point where he needs, there's a larger picture, right? Without Optimus Prime bringing back the balance that needs to be brought into the universe, chaos is going to run amok. And so he's got to come back in order to stop this evil. Will he be successful in stopping the evil? That's the big question that you guys have to really ask yourselves. And you guys will have to wait, obviously, to the end to find that out. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I think you'll be very surprised by the outcome. Let's just leave it at that. So, guys, I do want to say that, as I mentioned in our project update, we have about... we have 18.3 that's just not done. I'm not done animating it. I'm over 50% at this current juncture, so there's no way we're going to make it by the end of the month, obviously. But we will see what we can do for next month. Meanwhile, I do want to give you guys a surprise. I stopped doing animation clips since we started doing the scenes. I will try and see if I can do a rendered clip for you guys this coming Saturday. So stay tuned for that. If you see something up on Saturday, more than likely I was able to achieve it. It'll be a quick animation clip, but it'll give you guys a taste of what the rendered version will look like, and hopefully that'll get you guys excited to see the rendered version. Guys, until next time, thank you so much for joining. Stay with us. Hope you guys enjoy the material. Until all are one, peace out.